folks, and welcome to my kitchen. In case you've not already guessed, I've got the halogen oven on, and today I'm trying for the first time to do a leg of lamb in the halogen oven. So this isn't going to be a really in-depth video. It's just a taster, because I don't really know whether the timings and that. It's all going to be done by guesswork. So what I've started off with, I just warmed the halogen oven up a little to get the glass and that warm, and I've put the roast lamb in, and then I'm going to reset the timer, and I'll probably try, I think I'm going to do it for half an hour to start with. My assumption is that it's going to need an hour and a half to 2 hours, but I'm going to do it half an hour. I'm going to get some potatoes done, boiled, and then after the half hour I'm going to put the potatoes in with the meat. We're going to turn the meat over. We'll set it for another half an hour, and then we'll basically keep swapping it over every half hour, and I've got a temperature gauge, so I'll be able to see when the lamb is ready. I've got it on about 200, the halogen oven, I believe. Let's go and have a look. I'm going to swing round now. So here we are. If we have a look on the top, yeah, it's just above 200. And I'm going to now put the timer on half hour, so that's ready. I haven't got any spacer on the top. I think we're going to get away with it, but it's something you have to be aware of. Possibly might need it, but we'll see. There will be some shrinkage of this leg of lamb. So basically I'm going to do, whether I eat this today I'm not sure yet, folks. My mum's a bit iffy today, so trying to know what she wants is a bit of a headache. So I'll probably ask her a bit later, and then if she is up for this, then that's fine. If she isn't, then I can do something else for her. I haven't got the light on in the kitchen here, by the way. Oh, I do like a piece of lamb, and this is, if you're from the UK, this is bought from Aldi, about £6 or £7 in money. And of course it's a lot more difficult now for me, because I've got to try and gauge the sizes of what we buy, because there's only mum and dad, mum and me and lady, you see. Well, no, mum and dad. Oh, what was I keep saying mum and dad, don't I? Mum and me. So yeah, because we try and keep lady off our meat, especially if I don't want to eat any pork-based stuff, because it upsets her stomach. She's all right with chicken and beef and stuff, but not that. It's a miserable day today. Another day I can't go on the garden. The weeds are growing, the plants are growing, and it's been raining all morning. It's going to rain right through until about midnight, I believe. It's a bit dry tomorrow, but then Monday we've got gales and heavy rain all day and all night. So yeah, it's not great. I'm going to just show you through the kitchen window so you can see in the garden. So that's it, folks. It's raining, so I'm not going out with a camcorder. You can see now the apple trees fully come out with leaf. The plum trees the flowers, the blossom is finished. The pear trees out fully. So all I'm hoping is that things take before we get these winds what are going to come on Monday. Yeah, it's meant to be atrocious, but then again, then later in the week it's going to go warmer again, and it's going to be up to about 18 Celsius, whereas today, well yesterday it was only 7, and I think today, tomorrow and possibly Monday is going to be a similar temperature. That's Celsius, by the way. So yeah, not very nice. Yeah, and I've got things everywhere. That's the Zimmer frame. It needs to go back to the needs to be sent back, and but anyway, I'm quite looking forward to getting stuck into tidying everything up and that this year. So that's it then, folks. You know, you've seen the kitchen as a mess. It's only a tiny kitchen. I know some people think, oh, I had a comment the other day, why didn't you get something smaller? You can't get much smaller than our bungalow. The kitchen here is, now let me quickly tell you, it's 8 feet. It's about 8 feet by 8 feet. That's 2 metre by, just over 2 metre by 2 metre. Yeah, I think it's 2.4 metre. So yeah. So that's it, folks. That's what the plan is for today, and I'll let you know later how it goes. Okay, folks. Dinner's now been on for about an hour. I've just put the potatoes in. I've boiled them well, so I'm hoping that I'm going to get away with a shorter period. Normally I do them half hour each side, but I'm going to try it for 20 minutes each. Just, oh, and what I should say is that I've used one of these to get the potatoes out of the pan, because they need to be, for my liking, they need to be a little bit more done. And what's going to happen is, give them another 10 minutes, then I'm going to take those, drain the water, and they'll be ready for my fried potatoes for breakfast. So I've got all my potatoes in, the boiled ones, ready to roast. I do everything on the base of the I don't put any racks or anything in. And this lamb should last me for a few days, because Mum don't want any. I had to do chicken for her. Right, so that's it then. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, folks, so for those of you who wanted to cook anything like this, let me just sum up for you. Preheat the halogen oven for a few minutes with your cooking oil or your lard. We're old fashioned, we still use lard, we always have done. Then put your meat in, have it in for half an hour at about 200, and then I believe that's Celsius over here. Then turn it over. Oh, hang on. Right, the easiest thing to tell you is 10 minutes to warm up. Then it's going to be 1 hour. 1 hour. It's going to be 1 hour 40 minutes in total to cook half a leg of lamb. At least that's what's going to take this piece. Now sometimes it will vary, it depends on the consistency of the meat, it can take longer. When we used to cook lamb in the oven, we used to do it for 2.5 hours. And I know halogen does save you a bit of money, so maybe that's about right. Now what I do is, obviously at some point I put the potatoes in, boil them, and this is where you need to get your timings right. So we boil them for about half an hour, and then put them in with the meat. Now this time I'm doing it for just 40 minutes, so obviously I've put the potatoes in 40 minutes before I finish. far as the gravy goes, it's the same mix as usual. Corn flour, two tablespoons of corn flour, 2 of Bisto powder. It's the original, what's in the box. I'll mix those together dry, then in a mug. Then I'll add some cold water to it and give it a good stir so it's all like fluid. And then that gets added to my saucepan of water to make the gravy, and we do enough to cover us for a couple of days. And as I said earlier, the leftover potatoes are going to be used for having fried potatoes with bacon for the morning, so I like to have a good breakfast. So that's basically it, folks. I wasn't intending to do any filming, but I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back soon. Somebody's just come to the door. So bye. Hello folks. Well, a little update on the timings. It turns out that the lamb in the centre wasn't quite done enough. It was alright on the edges, so I've taken a little piece off, but I've put it back in for another, well, I think it's going to be another half an hour. And so 2 hours 40, 1 hour 40, so it'd be about 2 hours 10 minutes total time. Oh, God, I've got a sweat on in here. Oh, gonna have to have a wash down. Anyway, let's show you the meal. And there you are. And obviously I'd normally have a lot more meat on the plate, but I've just took a bit off the edge because I can't wait any longer. Okay folks, so I hope you've enjoyed this little video. As I say, I wasn't intending to do it, but at least it gives you a taste of the kitchen. Bye for now.